Now, there are times that we need a practical car for our daily commute, and it has to meet the balance between efficiency, features, and affordability. That's why we have the Perodua Bezza here today, Perodua's first sedan after 22 years in the market. I'm Warren for KLGadgetTV, and let's take a look at the Perodua Bezza and find out how different it is from its previous models. Now, the Perodua Bezza that we have here is the advanced version, which actually sports a variety of safety features. For instance, it has vehicle stability control, traction control, and hill assist control. These features are usually only available on premium sedans and premium cars, which makes this A-segment sedan having one of the most complete set of safety features, which is why it is Asian NCAP 5-star rated. Alright, so one of the most obvious safety features that you will find on the Bezza out of the hood here is that it has keyless entry, and also when I press unlock, it only unlocks the driver's side at first, and you gotta press the second time on the fob here to unlock the rest of the doors. On first impressions, the Perodua Bezza feels and looks pretty much like a brainchild of a Toyota. Sure enough, the car sources Toyota's 1.3-liter dual vvt-i engine, which is mated to a 4-speed gearbox and delivers a decent output of 79 PS and 121 Nm of torque. In fact, I personally feel that the car looks like a Vios on the back with a familiar Perodua design on the front. I'm actually glad that the car has a rather solid chrome-coated door handle and a shark fin antenna that houses the GPS and radio antenna. The 508-liter boot space is extremely impressive for a small car, which you can easily fit in a 6-foot-tall person if you want it. Therefore, it is difficult not to be impressed with the Bezza's exterior, given that this car is designed and manufactured locally. Moving on to the inside, the advanced version of the Bezza comes with PVC leather seats, and I must say despite of that, they feel rather nice to sit on, and the lumbar support is pretty good for my rather huge body size. Surprisingly, for a compact A-segment sedan, the Bezza's head and legroom exceeds my expectations. You just don't feel that you are driving a small car. Even as a passenger sitting on the back, there is sufficient room for you to extend your legs if you want to. The ride height is also pretty decent, and some of my friends have even commented that it feels like a compact SUV. The dashboard of the Bezza is also totally different from other Perodua models. While it's still mostly made of plastic, it has a flat surface instead of a curved one. There's also a glossy panel running across the panel that gives it a little premium feel. The leather-wrapped steering wheel does feel a little rough to the touch, which I think it could do with a thicker wrapping on it, but thankfully the audio control buttons are decent. The central cluster's useful small display shows real-time fuel consumption, distance to empty, and the remaining mileage to send the car for a service. In terms of ergonomics, the car's multimedia player and aircon controls are well positioned for the driver's reach. However, reaching the center storage compartment and 12-volt cigarette socket can be a little challenging as it is quite low. The Bezza has a number of practical features on board, such as an anti-theft hook that protects the bag from being stolen, 2 shopping bag hooks behind the driver and front passenger seat, and a 2-ampere USB port for charging your smartphone. If you have kids, the car comes with 2 ISOFIX tethers, which allows you to have up to 2 child seats installed on the back. One of the interesting things about the Perodua Bezza 6-inch multimedia system is that it comes with a smartphone SmartLink feature, which technically mirrors your smartphone's display onto the console itself. All you need to do is to turn on USB debugging in developer options, and the console will actually install an app called Drive Mode into your phone, and it launches immediately once you plug in your phone and enter the SmartLink feature. So technically, you're able to add up the 15 apps on the screen itself to access. So it doesn't turn into any special car mode display, but in fact, you're able to see your apps on the screen itself. So the thing about this is that, while it's really nice that Perodua offered this feature inside the multimedia system, but there's one thing that isn't practical. While I'm able to access maps, I'm able to control my phone via the display, but it is only when I am parked, which means once I let go of my handbrake, I can't use the drive mode at all. Even when I jump into maps itself, it just jumps back into the drive mode, which isn't practical at all, because I mean, I gotta see the maps when I'm moving, right? I mean, if you pull off the handbrake, you can't drive the car at all. So I guess Perodua might have to resolve this issue with the app developer because it is totally unusable when you are driving. Well, at least just make the GPS app usable when I'm driving. I think that I will really appreciate that. Performance of the Bezza is impressive, considering it has a 1.3-liter engine. The dual vvt-i engine should produce sufficient power for your everyday city drive. The transmission isn't jerky as well when shifting gears, and throttle response is pretty impressive. At high speeds of 100 km per hour, the Bezza stays on the road without feeling too floaty, and handling is pretty much improved from other Perodua car makes. Even though the Bezza has a great engine noise isolation when the car is parked, soundproofing on the doors can be further improved. The Perodua Bezza is undoubtedly the company's best attempt at making a practical compact sedan. It has the DNA of a Japanese car under the hood, with an unrivaled set of safety features that is only available in more expensive car models, an efficient and reliable engine by Toyota, and a reasonable asking price of 50,800 ringgit for the advanced version we have right here. This car truly differentiates itself impressively in the A-segment sedan market. Sure enough, it has room for improvements, but given the fact that this is the first sedan from the company, I certainly look forward to the next iteration of the Bezza, which I hope would address a few issues that we have found on the current model. So that's it for the Perodua Bezza for today, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. So if you would like to see more videos from us, do make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel or otherwise follow us on social media. You can also follow me at The Warren Lee on Twitter and Instagram. Once again, I'm Warren for KLGadgetTV, and this has been a quick look and review of the Perodua Bezza.